Okay, so I just finished this one and it worked. So I'm going to show you what I did. I ordered in a different kind of clip where it comes in two parts. So you line up the wires in this one and then you fold this over to hold them in place, and then they slide into this. So basically, I don't remember how I stripped this before. I think I did it like this. I'll order you one of these crimping tools. So that this one cuts it all the way through. This one with the gap just pinches it. But I found that if I press too hard, it cuts too much all the way through the wires. So like this one, I accidentally cut the orange wire all the way through. So I don't remember, maybe I didn't use this. I thought I did, but let me try one more time. I'll just go a little lighter, not all the way. And then I'll clean it up with my oh, I did it again. I cut a white one. Okay, maybe I didn't do that. Scratch that. Never mind. Maybe it's just this that I did. Just real soft, just like I kind of told you over FaceTime that one time. Okay, so that's good. I got all my shielding out of the way. You can cut all the mini silver stripping wires if you want. They're useless. Okay, and then what I found helps a lot is to tape down the wire so it's not moving. That kind of really helped me. You don't have to if you don't want, but so a little bit of the white wire will go right there, but just a tiny bit of it. And to be honest, it doesn't really fit super well, but you can kind of see just a little bit of it. And then yeah, I taped it down. I felt like that helped a lot. And then I got some tweezers, and so you kind of spread it out. So you make sure, so we're starting with the white that's next to the orange, right? So the orange white, and that's gonna go in the first slot. And I kind of used the tweezers to push it into that first slot because it doesn't really, it's hard to get it in with just your fingers or your nails. It'll just pop right out, and so it requires a little bit of force with the tweezers to get it in there. So I'll usually like use the flat part of the tweezer to start pushing it in, and then I'll use the skinny part to get it in a little more. And you just want to be careful, obviously, not to stab it to expose the wire underneath. It probably isn't a big deal if you do expose the wire because it's all going to be separated by plastic. But it is, you know, just technically, yeah, you don't want to accidentally puncture anything. So then after the white orange, we're doing the orange. So same thing, get the flat part of the tweezers first, and then, so I don't know if you can see very well. So I got the first two in, nice and tight. So yeah, and then next we have the green white. So the whites essentially all go in order, none of them get crossed. I mean, they kind of get crossed with the solids, but like the orange white is never going to get crossed with the green white. I'll send you a picture too, but all the whites go in order. But then I'm sure you remember from last time, it should be green next, but for some reason we crossed the blue all the way over. So just kind of move the others out of the way and I'll cross the blue underneath to get it lined up. And then we got our blue, white. I don't know, that one I got in with the flat of the tweezers and it got in all the way. So maybe you don't have to use the sharp part of the tweezers for all of them, but. And then our green. And then the brown, white. And then brown. I don't know why, but the brown was the hardest to get in both times I've done this. I don't know why. I don't know if it's slightly thicker or why it doesn't want to go in, but it doesn't. Okay, so then once you got them here, let me show you up close. So we got the white, orange, orange, the white, green, blue, the white, blue, green, the white, brown, brown. So it's really like the whites are all staying in order, and then just switching the green and the blue, and everything else stays in order. And then once you got it all in, you just flip this over, and both times I've done this, this is like supposed to, the plastic is supposed to lock together. The plastic is supposed to lock together, but it hasn't. So what I've done, so once you're good and you got it, you can cut the wires close to the plastic, and then you can go ahead and slide your So even though this plastic isn't locking together, once you slide the other piece on, it'll lock in place. And it'll be nice and snug. And probably another good idea would be, once you're all said and done, maybe wrap some electrical tape or something pretty tight around this, just to help keep it in place. I mean, it's tight on there, but just in case you could. And then the last thing you got to do is you got to get your crimping tool, and you slide this in to the back. Oh, not all the way through, like. Uh-oh. So basically, this crimping tool has these metal pieces, and they line up with all your brass crimps. I don't know what you call them. And so this metal piece, see how it lines up? And it's going to shove those brass pins into the wire, each of the 8 wires, and it's going to pierce the wire, and that's how you're going to get your electrical connection. So you got to make sure to do that. And then once you're done, I'm going to order you this tester as well. It doesn't come with batteries, so you put a battery in it. There's off, on, and S. S just stands for slow. So you can do regular speed or you can do slow. You plug one end, so this is our newly crimped end. Doesn't matter which one. You plug it into that one, and then you plug this one in, and you'll see they'll start to light up. And what we're looking for is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all in order. Did it not do 8? So I must have messed up on 1, because last time I did it, it did all 8. So yeah, that brown one at the end I must have messed up on. Did something wrong. But that's why we practice. So you'll need to do this a few different times, just with practice, that practice 6 foot of wire. And once you've done it a few times and you've gotten it to work, then you can go ahead and do the wire that's in the wall, and I'll call you when it's time to do that and we can walk through it and everything. But let me know if you have any questions.